happiness. I've been going through this book, Happiness Here and Everywhere by Jaswant Singh. So far, we have looked into 3 chapters of this book. So the first chapter, we learned how to deal with depression, mild depression, of course. In the next chapter, we saw how to find meaning in our life so that we can, and if we do what is the purpose of our life, then we'll be happy for a more consistent basis. And then we saw what was the power of a smile, how it can save lives, how it is much better than to have a smile than to have a serious face. And your smile might not give happiness to others, but definitely it will make you happy. So that's why we should always smile. Today we are looking into chapter 4, which is Stop Judging or Don't Judge. So let's begin with some inspiring thoughts. And the first one is from Jeffrey Gitomer. And he says, resign your position as the general manager of the universe. So you are not the general manager of the universe, so stop judging people. The second quote is from an unknown author, and he says, everything that exists in the world does so independently of your opinion about it. So your opinion doesn't matter at all. So these are the beautiful quotes. I thought I'll begin with them. And then there's an example the author gives that, or a small exercise, that if you take a paper and write 9 on it, and then keeping the paper in the same position, you ask your friend who is sitting on the opposite side to read it, and obviously he'll say it is 6. So what is the conclusion? Whose judgment is correct? So this is how judgments play games in our lives. Yeah. In this exercise, neither you nor your friend was wrong. So this is, and we all know about judgment. We should stop judging, and judgment, especially the negative judgments, can make us unhappy. So remember, the world is like a mirror. Most of the problems you have with people are a reflection of the problems you have with yourself. So basically, you're not judging others, but you're judging yourself. And there's a short story in this chapter about Socrates. It's a very common story. So basically, a friend comes to Socrates, and he wants to tell him something about another friend. And Socrates stops him, and he says that first you have to, pass through this triple filter test. The first filter is truth. Have you made absolutely sure that what you are about to tell me is true? So obviously the answer was no. The second filter is goodness, filter of goodness. Have you made, is what you are about to tell me about my friend something good? So the answer was no. And the third filter was usefulness. So is what you want to tell me about my friend going to be useful to me? So Socrates concluded, if what you want to tell me is neither true nor good nor even useful, why tell it to me at all? So, Socrates was a great philosopher, and this is how he said, this triple filter test. And we should apply it to ourselves also when we discuss about somebody else. Yeah. Is it absolutely true? Is there some goodness in what we are going to say or speak? And is it going to be useful to anyone? So that's the thing. So why do we judge? And there are many reasons. It can be scientific, and emotional or whatever. But here, what the author is saying, we often judge others as a way to feel good about ourselves. So, yes, we often judge others as a way to feel good about ourselves. So, we think that by judging based on our experience, we are feeling good about ourselves. By perceiving them to as too fat, short, or weirdly dressed, we are by comparison thinner, taller, or more stylish. So in our mind, we get the satisfaction of rendering ourselves as superior to the person we judge. This way, we manage to cover up our own feelings of insufficiency and insecurity. So sometimes this is the reason why do we judge. Yeah. But can we really? It is impossible to avoid judging completely since every thought has some judgment in it. To tell yourself it is a beautiful day is a judgment. To evaluate anyone or anything is a judgment. So to completely avoid judging is impossible. For to do that, you will have to take on the absurd task of avoiding thinking altogether, which is not possible. What you must try to do is significantly reduce the amount of negative judging that you do. Why? Because only your negative judgments are causing you unhappiness. So, our goal is happiness, and this is one very important piece in the jigsaw that we stop negative judgments. Absolutely. And the best way to reduce your habit of negative judging is to understand the fact that people do anything and everything anyway. The fact that we judge it right or wrong does not stop them from doing it the way they feel correct. Your reacting negatively or hating them will not change them. So why take on this impossible task? And it's a lose-lose situation. You will be far happier by accepting others as they are. When you set out to change people, you get stressed and they hate you for it. So it's a lose-lose situation. On the other hand, when you accept others as they are, you no longer feel the hurt that goes with judging them. And as somebody said, if you judge people, you have no time to love them. So even though you may dislike someone's behavior, try sending out love to him in spite of his actions. When a conflict of opinions occurs, simply suspend your negative thoughts and instead send them out love. In so doing, you change your mental environment from hostility to serenity. Consequently, the more conscious you are in remaining a loving person, no matter what, the more you improve your physical environment as well. Beautiful. But yeah, we know now that we should not judge others. Yeah, this is very clear. We try to implement on it. We try to, keep away the negative judgments from our mind, from our lives. But then we should not start judging people who are judging. Yeah. So otherwise, we are adding one more element of unhappiness. We find a lot of people who are judgmental because we know that it's a natural human instinct to judge based on our experience, based on their experience, their beliefs, their thoughts, what they think is right or wrong. So, but we have to accept those people also in our life. We'll meet many of them. So stop judging people. Yeah, that's what I feel. So now time for a poem, and this one is a short one from Byron. I do not draw a line. So that's the heading. In men whom men condemn as ill, I find so much goodness still. In men whom men pronounce divine, I find so much of sin and blot. I do not dare to draw a line between the two where God has not. So even God has not drawn a line. He doesn't differentiate between a good person and a bad person. So who am I? So it's a beautiful poem, short poem. And what is Buddha's opinion on this? And he says, rely on the message of the teacher, not on his personality. Rely on the meaning, not just on the words. Rely on the real meaning, not on the provisional one. Rely on your wisdom mind, not on your ordinary judgmental mind. So this is quite deep. You have to start thinking from your soul basically, and then everything will fall in place. A short action plan here. Since the first step is sincerely ask yourself, who are you to judge what other people should be doing? We all know that we learn so much from our mistakes. So let others create their own mistakes and learning experiences. You should instead concentrate on improving your own life, isn't it? And the second action plan is try this exercise. Spend the next week without judging anything or anybody. Try that for a week. If you meet someone whose opinions do not agree with your own, mentally remind yourself, I give him the space to experience life as he chooses. It's not for me to judge him. Allow everyone to be who he is without being attached to the idea that he should be different. See how miraculously peaceful life will become for you. So, two very simple steps that the author is recommending. Finally, a joke. My husband's career is in ruins. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. There's nothing to be sorry about. He's an archaeologist. So that's the joke. So that was the fourth chapter on stop judging, short one. I think we have to keep reminding ourselves this because it's also a part of our habit. I read somewhere that life has all the questions and idiots have all the answers. So stop judging, friends, and be happy because that's ultimately what we are looking towards. So now is the time for some sharing from your side. Namaste, Ramji.
Namaste, Nagendra ji. Very beautiful, very beautiful sharing.
Thank you.
And I really I like the joke.
Uh, you miss some of the earlier jokes.
and and as well, the whole concept of do not judge. We keep hearing and hearing, and it was just a reflection that said many times we judge expecting other persons to be better. Yet, the magic of non judgment is the moment when we stop judging, automatically we have created a fertile space for them to grow.
Right.
So,
Beautiful.
it's a two-sided thing. The first thing is we remain happy, and at the same time, we give space for others to grow faster. Judgment is like a break in a relationship, is like a retardant in the growth. And so we have to be conscious and allow everyone to be as they are. So that's the reflection that came.
Beautiful. So true.
So thanks a lot. Very beautiful. I liked it.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Friends, we like to hear. We will not judge you, whatever you say. just I request you guys not to judge me. Just focus on the message, not on me, right? So I will also not judge anyone. So please come forward, share your experience, share your thoughts, share
Hi,
anything
Nagendra
that.
ji. Hi,
Hi
Nagendra
Rita
ji.
ji.
Good morning, Rita here.
Yeah, hi Rita
I
ji.
love, I love the meditation. That sleep that was still there just flew away. Apart from that, yes, to not judge, we all strive. And it's an ongoing process because subconsciously the mind to some extent has belief. How can they do that? How can a woman wear a red lipstick to a funeral? We may not say it in our directly to the person, but in our mind, like, how dare she or how could she? It just happens. So it's an ongoing process to calm the mind and say, mind your own business, do your own job. And I love the joke, sir. Heaven. My husband life is in ruin because he's an archaeologist. I'm laughing this morning. God bless you, sir. Stay blessed. Cheers.
Thank you, Rita ji. Thank you for always coming forward and speaking your mind. That is what a true meditator. For me, a true meditator is one who is fearless, who can speak his mind, share his mind, and just get it out. So, thank you very much.
Namaste, Nagendra ji. It's Indira here.
Namaste, Indira ji. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please.
It's a very beautiful meditation, and even the silent meditation I really enjoyed. It was very calming. Beautiful message again. I mean, all the chapters what we are discussing is actually very, very important in our day-to-day life, and it always reminding us what to do and what to learn. Focusing on the positive things rather than the negative things. So very nice, and I love the three C's what you have said. Can you remind me what are they? The first one is goodness.
The first one is truth, whether it's absolutely true. So truthfulness, filter of truthfulness. The second one is of goodness. Yeah, because is it going to do any good to anyone involved in this, except for having some, gossip? And the third one is it useful? Is it really
useful?
Yeah. So it's also, these are the things which we hear, we listen, and then we apply it for some time, and then after we forget. So time to time we have to, to remind ourselves all these small things, because I also remember, when you are with someone. There was a short story shared here. When you are with someone, that person is the most important person in your life. Just remember that. And that is so true. And things like that. Yeah, these are small things, but so important for our happiness. Yes, Indiraji, please continue. Sorry.
Very true, very true. And I mean, every statement is interconnected. When whatever we discuss, isn't it? Like no, like I feel like when these are all tools, and if we catch hold of one tool, it automatically gives us other experiences as well. I like no, I heard about these three C's before as well, but we keep forgetting, so we need to remind ourselves a lot. The second thing is, I think the judgment comes from past experiences as well, because when we see a person, always all the experiences come, and we have already a judgment that, oh, today he's going to say this, or today this is going to happen because I'm going to meet this guy. And I heard somewhere that, like, no, every time when we meet a person, or when a thought comes, make it a fresh one instead of not relying on the past experiences. That also actually is helping me. I mean, sometimes, like, no, the mind, it just goes, and in subconscious mind we have already have these judgments. So every time making it fresh and making it that new experience will help us. And yeah, every statement, everything is so beautiful. The book is beautiful. And I love your background as well. Lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Indiraji. So wonderful to hear that. And I have to say that what you said about our experiences, how our experiences have really enforced this judgmental behavior in us. When we are young and when we are, I mean, very young, and when we are really experiencing life and experiencing something good, and when we start judging people at that time, let's say in the beginning phase, yeah, early phase, it is sometimes people are appreciating our judgment, and that's how it becomes stronger and stronger, and this instinct, it becomes stronger and stronger. uh, and then the problem comes when we make negative judgments, so this is where it is causing unhappiness. And so that's what we have to tackle. Positive judgment is it creates happiness for the other person as well as for you, but negative judgment is something we have to really focus on, and make very conscious effort not to do it. And as you said, one tool can be that every time think with a very fresh mind on the subject, and then you don't rely on your what baggage you have on that incident or that topic or that person. So yeah, very true. Thank you, Indiraji, and thank you for appreciating my background. So it gives a sense of serenity. So I'm learning the tricks from our great Ramji. So he's my guru.
He's everyone's guru.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else, please? There are some messages. Thanks, everyone. So, Rajinder Kaurji, thank you. Jignasa ji, thank you. Nantini ji, thank you. Rita ji, truth, good and useful. Request you to share on our WhatsApp group. Okay, I will see how to share it, but yes. Also, the fertile messaging encouraging people to grow. Yes, so true. That was absolutely a gem. You're not only doing anything good, but you're doing something on the contrary to the other person, because you're guiding his growth towards what you think is right, not letting him find out maybe a much better path to his growth or her growth, and especially with the children here. And yeah, Ramji says everyone is a guru. Absolutely, but remember, breath is the biggest guru, right? Okay. So with that, if no more sharing, we good to close the call. Thank you, everyone, for being part of today's session, and see you in the next session. Thank you. Namaste, everyone. Bye.